the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Okay, I wish I for a parliament. When the for Kessel to force him, I could pay more parliament, equally Juma or parliament now. When for Afenyo markings, and so Ajibreading, simply to your parliamentar. The majority, caucus or parliament, no, one more a woeful, now Afenyo markings actually almost say, one or your MPP, the minority leader, or a parliament, and so on train, and my NDC for the majority, no. Our parliament or increase for most of that. When we know for Afenyo markings, indeed, watch it, Sebapano, when him and Brat Afenyo, when him, Juma was or parliament or was woody. But in some people be out to go and just what condemn me a NDC for my Udumonium for Kessa to force him. The Juma or could no parliament, and just one corner shocking. A Udumonium for Ayaga, just Ayaga, our parliament, just a one so in same way to go. Just say Afenyo markings, special one cassa, Nanson speaker, and Pesa Afenyo markings, Ebecassa, and we shall for Mumium Quinity and Sama, Afenyo markings, and the two get all parliament.
This is a government that so far has kept every promise that it has made to Ghanaians. Every promise that we have made to Ghanaians, we have kept. Every promise we have kept. We said we would appoint not more than 60 ministers. We have done so. We said we would do that. We said we are going to abolish taxes. We have abolished the taxes. Every single thing that we've said we will do, we are doing. Go out there and conduct a survey. Every Ghanaian you ask say that they have confidence in John Dramani Mahama and the government, and that they are happy because they have seen that this is a government that keeps its promises. So you cannot stand here and just throw your fingers and then point at us and say we don't keep our promises. The budget has just been brought. We have not yet even considered it. We have not yet even approved it. For us to implement our promises. You cannot always stand up and talk as if you are more than anybody in this chamber. Make this your last time. Make this your last time.
Honourable members, the issue of keeping promise or not cannot be a supplementary question to question number C. So, Honourable Minority Leader asks a supplementary question.
Mr. Speaker, the leader of government business, who I so much respect, was on his feet to mislead the House. He was not up on a point of order against a question which was yet to be asked. But he talked about proper behavior. But his
Honourable Minority
Mr. Speaker,
Leader.
I need to finish. Mr. Speaker, I need
Honourable
to finish.
Minority
Mr.
Leader.
Speaker, I need to finish.
Once again,
Mr. Speaker, I need
will
to
you
finish.
ask a supplementary question? Honourable Minority Leader, once again, will you ask a supplementary question?
Mr. Speaker, I am asking my supplementary question. However, I need your lead to respond to certain matters that have gone into the record of this House, which matters were raised by the majority leader. And it is my right, far right, to respond to these. Because he introduced them. Mr. Speaker, if the majority leader talks about improper behavior, I dare say that his is worse. Because he's saying that his government has kept all promises. Even appointing ministers, you gave a promise last week. The 4 that are remaining, you are refusing to. You can't. Which promise have you kept? Which promise have you kept? You said 30% of women. Have you complied with affirmative action law? You come here and then you say you kept your promise. Which promise have you kept? Then you say improper behavior. Yours is worse. Women in banking, only 51 million. Agriculture, the farmers, the poor farmers in the north, the poor farmers in the south. What promises didn't you give? Today, you only allocate a battery sum for the agro sector. The 924 million, a chunk of it goes into compensation. What is the Minister of Agri going to do? A redundant minister? What about your big push? Nothing. And you say you kept your promises. You've not kept your promises. You've not kept your promises. This government is even becoming a lame duck. This government is even becoming a lame duck. If elections are held today, you lose.
Honourable members,
If elections are held today, you will become the minority. If elections are held today, you will be the minority. Your majority will go down to less than 100. If you like, declare
Honourable members,
election. Let the
order.
president declare election, and we'll see.
Honourable members, order.
I'm going to ask my
Honourable
question.
Minority Leader.
Can the Minister of Finance assure this House that true to his commitment in his own budget, he is going to comply with this funding gap? We want assurances because health matters. We are not supposed to joke with them. Is he going to assure this House that he's going to comply and there would be no story?
Honourable members, before giving the floor to the Minister to answer the question, I think we owe it as a duty to set the record straight. Honourable members, I was part of the people who shepherded the affirmative action bill into law. Honourable members, if you look at the first schedule of the Affirmative Action Act, the 30% is a range, and the target was up to 2026. The law is very clear. Honourable members, the law is very clear. You can make reference to Schedule 1 of the law. Honourable members, so the information is there very clear in Schedule 1 of the law, based on Section 69. Honourable Finance Minister, you have the floor. You have the floor. Yes, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to use this opportunity to, one, assure the House that unlike the previous government that capped the National Health Insurance levy, we will not cap the National Health Insurance levy. And as such, the National Health Insurance Authority will have enough resources to intervene and be able to resolve all the challenges that has arisen as a result of the amount that is not coming from USAID. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, that will be all for you.
Thank you very much. We move to question number D, standing in the name of Honourable Mavis Nkansa Pwedu, MP for Afenyo Secretary East.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister of Finance what measures the ministry is taking to address the recent significant depreciation of the cedi. Thank you. You can read it. Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, let's listen to the question in silence. Honourable members, I intend to ask her to repeat the question, but let's have the courtesy to listen to the question in silence.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Finance what measures the ministry is taking to address the recent significant depreciation of the cedi. Thank you.
Order.
Mr. Speaker, as at March 14, 2025, Right Honorable Speaker, as of March 14, 2025, the Ghana cedi and dollar exchange rate was 15 cedis, 53 pesos to a dollar, and the cedi has depreciated by 5.3% against the US dollar. The Speaker, this compared to 5.7% over the same period in the year 2024, when the cedi dollar exchange rate was 12.6 to the dollar. The Speaker, last year, the same period, the Ghana cedi has depreciated by 5.7 as against the same period, 5.3 this year. This shows a reduction in the depreciation by 0.4%. The Speaker, the cedi depreciation is driven by tight FX liquidity, increased demand from energy sector payments, and commerce. The Speaker, the cedi has, however, witnessed stability since the 19th February on the back of central bank's forex intervention aimed at improving FX liquidity and market confidence. To maintain this exchange rate stability that we've seen relatively from February 19th, the Ministry of Finance, working with the central bank, have outlined a number of policies, and this include the establishment of the Ghana Gold Board to enhance the generation of foreign currency to help the central bank accumulate enough forex and to intervene as and when they are supposed to intervene. The Bank of Ghana will also continue the implementation of its FX forward action to support the stability of the Ghana cedi. The government is also front-loading its fiscal consolidation through expenditure reduction, and we believe that will also help in the support of the Ghana cedi. Speaker, aside, we are also planning, as part of the 24-hour economy, to introduce a number of measures which will be announced to Parliament in the coming days, and we believe that will help as a result of our import substitution policy to also support the Ghana cedis. Speaker, in view of that, I believe in the coming days, the Ghana cedi will see some significant stability, and I strongly believe that the cedi will improve from its current state. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member, do you have any supplementary question? Honorable Mavis Nkansa, do you have a supplementary question?
No, I don't. Thank you.
So, yes, honorable member, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to find out from the minister responsible for finance whether or not the gold for oil deal that has been purportedly suspended would be a factor in why some pressure has come to bear on the dollar. Because the whole essence of the gold for oil deal was that the BDCs, instead of going to buy dollar, scarce dollar, would no longer be doing so, but rather will buy gold with cedis. Will buy gold with cedis.
Honorable member, file a
And then gold we
substantive
used to
question
pay, for the
on gold for oil.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable member filed a substantive question on gold for oil. Any further supplementary? Honorable member will proceed to normal question number 1. Standing in the name of Dr. Kinsley Ajiman, Member of Parliament for Bokwasa.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I seek to ask the Minister for Finance what plans have been put in place to resolve the tension among commuters as a result of the recent directive by the National Insurance Commission to increase the compulsory third-party insurance premium by 10% effective February 1, 2025.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, on the 28th of November 2022, the National Insurance Commission, represented by the insurance industry stakeholders and the General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union of the TUC, signed a memorandum of understanding for the increase of third-party motor insurance premiums by 30%. This increase was to be spread at 10% per annum over a period of 3 years, effective 2023. The Speaker, for the purpose of clarity, this 10% annual adjustment was to be applied in the first quarter of every year, effective 2023, and renegotiated by end of year 2025 by all interested parties as per a memorandum of understanding that was signed. The Speaker, they will implement the 10% additional increase for the year 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any supplementary question?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. 2 quick supplementary questions. With regards to the subtitle Way Forward on the Consent, paragraph 1, you did indicate that there was a stakeholder engagement on the 19th of February, that they were going to come out with some review mechanism. May we please know any timelines that were assigned to, since these are usually annual policies?
Mr. Speaker, I was not part of the stakeholders consultation. I will consult and come back to the House if need be. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. The second paragraph, you did indicate that one of the key interventions was the scrapping of a VAT or motor insurance policy. I'm not sure, but can you inform us if this is really a policy on VAT that has been implemented all these years? Because so far as I'm concerned, there has never been a VAT on third-party motor insurance. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister. Mr. Speaker, as part of the 2024 budget, the then administration introduced VAT on non-life insurance. Mr. Speaker, the implementation of the VAT non-life insurance will mean that third-party insurance will attract VAT. Mr. Speaker, I have said in the budget that before we implement such a policy, I believe strongly, and the government believes strongly, that third-party insurance should be exempted from the payment of the VAT. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, you will see in the budget statement and as part of the policies that we submitted, to exempt third-party insurance or all insurance on motor vehicle. And we believe that this will reduce, or this will not result in an increase in insurance premium that will be paid by motor vehicle users. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I don't know if I did not hear right.